Welcome to 3 Minute Thoughts. So we are in Kirkland looking at Lake Washington and a whole bunch of ducks. And let's see, kind of had a thought. I have a couple thoughts. So back when I was a tween, like a little young teenager-ish, 10, 11, 12, somewhere in there, I don't remember exactly how old, there was a group I was part of called MAG, Mercer Adventure Gamers. And they met every Saturday at one of the local schools in the cafeteria. Parents would drop me off in the morning. I'd play board games and other things all day long, leave in the afternoon. Most of the people there were actually adults. I was one of the few kids there, but no, I still enjoyed it. It was fun. My three favorite activities there were Cosmic Encounters, because I loved that game back then. It was a good asynchronous game. Junta is a cross between a bluffing game and a war game, which it keeps changing like which one it wants to be. It was still a lot of fun. And then also miniatures. We'd play with. They'd have. I tried to collect miniatures and paint them. I never actually painted them. But the other people had lots and lots and lots of miniatures because they originally started as a wargaming group, and they would have like Napoleonic miniatures, which are 15 millimeter, I think, and then they'd have the 25 millimeter, which is the more fancy base miniatures. And like about once every month or two, you just have a large 12 people, half take one side, half take the other, and you just help do these large battles. And I loved it. It was a lot of fun. But what I want to talk about is one particular instance. There was someone who was, they run these games and they also test them for conventions to see how they'd work. And so this guy was testing a battle for a convention as a futuristic sci-fi thing, but it only had two players. It was him refereeing. He's the one who designed it, so he isn't actually playing. And they had two players. He had another player and me. And my goal was to take all these tanks and to attack this tower and take the tower, while his goal was to defend it. Oh, Emily's in the background looking for a geocache right now. We still haven't found it. I'm gonna hide her. There you go, you can't see her. Anyway, so we're playing this game and we had these little cards that say what all the units do, and I'm kicking his ass. I'm plowing over all his troops, winning the game. And then all of a sudden he plays a card, Nuke, because it's a futuristic game, and it says, game ends, no one wins. He's had this card since the beginning. I am still, 40 years later, bitter about this experience because I played a game in which there was no opportunity for me to win. And that makes me think of actually society. And there are people who live in society and play the society's games, and they don't have an opportunity of winning. And that's something to be bitter about. That's something to be shouting about. They should do that, and we should be shouting along with them. You notice when you're winning a game, you don't notice how unfair it is, but when you lose, then you have a better perspective. Anyway, those are my thoughts for today. Have a good one.